is the Out of the Blue Podcast. Listen anywhere you get your podcast.
That looks really good.
No, he's good. That don't miss, man.
The best things in life happen out the blue.
This right here, nigga. This right here, nigga. Oh, I'm sorry. Did I break your concentration?
Yeah. What it do, man? It's the mastermind, Chris Blue, and you are tuned into the Out the Blue Podcast, the podcast where the conversation literally appears. Out the Blue, ladies and gentlemen. How are y'all? How is everybody? Come on, man. It ain't like we got a podcast going on around here. You know what I'm saying? No, I'm just joking, man. So what up? For one, as you can see, it's just me on this episode because, you know what I'm saying, life be lifing. And that's really going to be the moral of this whole episode, to be honest. Life has been lifing, ladies and gentlemen. We make no excuses for the weeks, for the times we don't have episodes for the week. Because, again, life be lifing, man. And we're growing and you're growing. And, yeah, we're just going to, yeah. So, but I did want to come on this week because the show must go on, you know what I'm saying? And there's certain things that I need to get off my chest, man. I feel like a lot of people and a lot of podcasts are getting shit on, and I ain't liking it, man. I'm not standing for it. I ain't with it, man. So this episode, I'm gonna air my grievances, and we're gonna see it. Cause I'm gonna talk about two platforms on this one, cause I already know two different platforms that has been happening, and one everybody know, because if you see this episode during this, when I expect you to see it, then you already know Rory Mal. That shit is crazy. If you don't know, new Rory Mal podcast. Basically, everybody is coming at their neck. It's their turn on the stove, right? Because as long as you create content, I feel like, at least what I'm seeing, once you hit a certain level, everybody's gonna have their turn on the fire, and it's just their turn. Because honestly, all this shit really popped off because they said that they would be. Oh well, Damaris in particular said that she would be mad if GNX swept the Grammys again. I mean, that's just their opinion, but I mean, it's just an opinion. And then from that, everything else spiraled out. They done went and found old racist tweets of Rory. That nigga getting screamed at by stands and shit. I mean, it's a lot. It's a lot. Now, I do, like, after seeing all that shit, right, I do have a question. Is it the personality? So let's say I'm talking about stand culture. Let's say, in regards to Kendrick, let's say Kendrick. If Kendrick supposed to quote on, I don't want to say regulate, but if some of his fans, right, some of Kendrick's fans, like really huge fans of Kendrick, do some on his behalf because they're trying to protect him, if it gets too much, is it then that artist in particular, Kendrick in this example, to, like, is it on them to say, hey, man, y'all don't got to do that. Like, y'all don't have to do that. Even though they're doing it because they fuck with him. Does that make sense? It might not. But I just wonder, like, is that something that should happen, right? Because I feel like with all these different social media platforms and shit we have, it ain't going to do nothing but get worse, man. And I'm not at any means saying that Kendrick's fans are the worst. I feel like nowadays, if you are a polarizing personality, or artist, if you're a polarizing artist in particular, music artist, I ain't gonna say music artist, but if you're a polarizing artist in particular, and you do it for a long enough time, you're going to have stands. And I think that's the most eye-opening thing about all of this that's been going on with the new Rory Mal podcast and shit like that. Do people call it new Rory Mal? At least when it looks on, I must say new Rory Mal. Y'all niggas know what I'm talking about. But, like, I have that question, but the most eye-opening experience that I've realized is that at first, it's easy to spot someone that's a stan of something when you're not a huge fan of what they're a fan of, right? So, for example, if you're a Coldplay stan, I'll be able to point that out easily because I'm not a fan of Coldplay. I'm not a big fan of Coldplay. You see what I'm saying? But being that I am such a huge fan of Kendrick, initially when everything happened everything with him and Drake, it was hard for me to understand that it goes both ways, right? I see Drake stands, and then I see Kendrick stands, and then I see Cole stands, and then like it's in every category is always those. If you that big, it's always that. But it was kind of crazy to see the Kendrick stands, right? Because seeing Kendrick stands, like they really are stands, and it's like, damn, but they're like articulate stands. Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, that shit is crazy. And I'm like, and I don't know what I'm expecting, but it's like I'm expecting the crash outs. But let's just pause and just see and just honestly ask, how is stand culture just easily like acceptable nowadays? Like, it's niggas that don't post their face. They don't post their face. They don't post nothing about themselves. All they do is post things about this artist. Now, if you're just doing that and you just a fan of the artist and you just want to have curate a space where all of us can appreciate the art, by all means, my nigga, it is what it is. But to create the page and then argue on that artist's behalf when that artist in particular ain't doing that is crazy. Like, I'm sorry. Like, that's kind of weird because you're all day going back and forth with niggas. Like, that got to be exhausting, my nigga. And that's the huge thing that's another thing about the Rory Mal that as a smaller podcast right now, seeing that is terrifying as man. Like, cause they really, all this happened because the nigga said their opinion. And then because people didn't like their opinion, they went and dug up the with Rory and everything else. Cause I could have sworn that Rory already apologized for this, but I don't know. I'm a admitted newer fan of the Rory and Mal show. So I don't know if he ever apologized, but I could have sworn I heard that. Nonetheless, we can't not talk about the fact that this happened directly after he said what he said about Kendrick and the Grammys. So it's not like that timing is very suspicious. Like, you should see how it was a knee-jerk reaction. Niggas wanted to hurt Rory and really wanted to hurt the whole podcast, honestly, based off what they said about the Grammys. And it worked. Damaris isn't on Twitter. Like, niggas they catch this shit is on TMZ. Like, it's a lot. And this all started because of someone's opinion. So as a smaller podcast right now, I feel like that is terrifying as fuck. Like, that's a lot, because that can happen to any of us. And even that happened to Rory can happen to any of us, because if you was one of them niggas that was on social media for, like, early on, you probably said some dumb shit on social media, and they can probably trace it back to you. Luckily for your boy, all my dumb shit was done in the video format, so I just make sure I scrubbed every part of it from the internet that I cared to scrub. But every now and then I'll release little nuggets of the old cringy shit that I used to do on YouTube. But that can happen to any of us, man. That can happen to any of us that's trying to create content. And I feel like podcasts in general right now are getting a bad rap because niggas is talking a lot on podcasts. I think that we're too focused on the fact that niggas is talking crazy on podcasts instead of actually realizing how impactful just the space of having microphones in front of you can do. Like, can see what that can actually do. And the amount of truth and validity that you can get when you have a regular conversation behind a microphone. I feel like we're ignoring that because of all. Now, I'm not going to lie. Niggas is saying wild on podcasts. It is what it is. Niggas been saying wild shit since forever. I'm not making that excuse, but I'm just saying niggas been saying crazy shit for a very long time before podcasts. Henceforth, though, I do understand where some of the people are coming from, but you gotta understand that podcasts, unfortunately, right now is a lower barrier of entry. So you're gonna have a lot of people just trying their hand at it at this point. It's the new hot thing to do. And honestly, it really burns me up when people talk about podcasts so negatively, because this is some that if it wasn't for this, I don't know what I would be doing as far as like consistently putting out content. I mean, just all in all, I don't want to talk like I have it all figured out right now, right? Because I don't. But all in all, just seeing the difference for when you have to post versus when you don't have to post, when you can actually see your numbers come in and actually grow with the podcast and see where people are listening from. It's such an exhilarating thing, and I hate that people are just downplaying it to the few times people say dumb shit on them. I hate that, but it is what it is. It's not stopping the growth, because the numbers for podcasts is expected to damn near triple in a few years. So you better get in where you fit in right now, my nigga. I'm just saying, get your piece of the land. Nah, but that's not really how I feel. I really feel like this is it's a space for anybody, to be honest, but who knows, man? It gets harder. I guess I don't know. I feel like all that niggas will say that it gets harder for your podcast to stand out if it's more podcasts. But I'm like, nigga, what's for you is for you. Pray about it, gangster. What's for you is for you, and it's gonna happen regardless if niggas talk where they don't. But yeah, like all this shit with the Rory Mal Podcast is, we should all be looking at this shit like, man, damn, nigga, this is the you gonna have to go through. Like, niggas was trying to dox Damaris. That is crazy. Like, doxing someone over their opinion is the lamest that you can do. Like, it's a lot of lame happening. Like, I don't understand. It's a lot of lame happening in the podcasting space. Another platform I wanted to talk about before I'm just gonna spin the wheel and then get out of here, man, because I'm missing my partner in crime, man. Y'all know that's my lady, man. So, but yeah, man. Another platform that I wanted that's going on is the shit going on with DJ Vlad and Joyner Lucas. So, for the folks that don't know, DJ Vlad, prominent member, hip hop person. I don't even know you want to even call him a personality. Yeah, I guess you can say personality, but he's not really trying to be a personality. Basically, DJ Vlad has been around hip hop for a long ass time, has his own platform, puts out his own content. Basically, what we're doing too, but his version of things. So, and here's his interviews. And basically, for years now, he's been trying to get Joyner Lucas to do an interview. Don't know who Joyner Lucas is? One of the best rappers out here nowadays. Honestly, personal favorite of mine. I definitely rock a lot of and listen to a lot of his. So needless to say, the skill is there definitely, but for some reason, Vlad wants Joyner. Well, I know why. He think it'd be a good thing if he got Joyner to do an interview for his platform. He's been wanting to do this interview for years, it seems, and it's been basically radio silence until more recently Joyner hit him direct. Well, Joyner, a message got facilitated to Vlad from Joyner, basically saying that, nigga, fuck you. and that's just and me saying that is the lighter version of what he actually said. Yeah. He said, yeah, he was popping it. He was popping it. Matter of fact, we potting. Let me go see if I can find that shit, because that nigga Joyner was talking greasy to that nigga. I mean, I kind of understand, but not really. I mean, I understand, because I think that, well, I can't speak for the man. I think that he just feels like to go on Vlad, just be on just be on. And I can't say that like it happens to him. Like, end up in some I don't want to, you know what I'm saying? But I'm trying to find what he actually said. But to make it short, long story short, the nigga said, F-. And then from that point, Vlad used that as an opportunity to sue Joyner because he was mad that he said, F-. Because Joyner, when he was battling another nigga in the UK, yeah, whatever. If you don't understand what I'm talking about by this point, you don't get it. But I actually think I found it. Hold on. Yeah. Okay, yeah. All right, so I said he said F you, right? This is what he actually said. It's a screenshot of a message. Here's what I want you to tell Mr. Vlad from me. Dear Vlad, suck my dick. Call your attorney and do whatever you have to do. I wasn't ever going to do an interview with you before in this lifetime, and you're definitely not getting an interview now. So settle your legal matters however you want to settle them, pussy. I always thought you was a bitch, and this just confirms what kind of bitch you are. No way in this lifetime or the next will I ever allow someone like you to extort me out of an interview. You got me all the way f***ed up, clown. And then he told him his manager to send it to him. Yeah, so from that, Vlad is showing him or whatever. Yeah, all that. I think that is mad corny, honestly. I understand because, you know what I'm saying, if you're my enemy, I do want to I want to twist a knife and shit like that. They say that you're supposed to destroy your enemies all the way and shit like that. I get you, whatever. But is it that deep? Like, is it really that deep? Is because he said fuck you and you feel like your time was wasted, now you're gonna try to make this a whole legal thing because he shared a clip of your podcast? Which honestly, if him sharing a clip of your, I don't even want to call it a podcast, him sharing a clip of your platform would effectively probably help your platform, but he didn't. But I think he's mad because he cropped out everything that was DJ Vlad in the video, so he didn't know it was his platform. But it's not like he was trying to monetize that. It's not like I don't understand. I don't get it. I just feel like it's just he just mad that Joyner said what he said. Rightfully so, cause that message is crazy, nigga. Hey, rightfully so. I understand, but nigga, like, it's still kind of corny, and it sets a bad precedent. Niggas already kind of like already like blast the feds, but now you see what happens if you don't want to do an interview with him and you share his clip. He might can be spiteful and come at you like that. Of course, he might not. He ain't gonna do that to everybody, of course, because then. But it's, you see what I'm saying. But it sets a bad precedent and it leaves a bad taste in people's mouths like that. Do I know though? We're just smaller. We're a smaller platform right now. I can't really tell you shit. All I know is that we're gonna keep doing what the fuck we're doing. You feel me, gangster? We're gonna do that. Oh, before I get into the wheel, I do want to say thank you to everybody that has been tuning in. Thank you to everybody that has been watching our clips, sharing our clips, the new people that's following. Our platforms are going up. Our numbers are going up. Thank you to everybody, man. Just thank you. You could be watching anything in the world on this internet, and you chose to sit here and watch your boy and his lady and whatever guest that we've decided to bring on do what we do each week, and we try to do each week. And your support means a lot. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. It's very easy to get discouraged in this space because niggas is always flexing. Niggas is always trying to, down the other. That's not really my philosophy. So, you know what I'm saying? That's not really how I get. That's not how I gave it up, gangster. So, but you can get very discouraged in this shit. So, for the people that's rocking with us, just know my job in this whole thing is to super serve you, the people who actually give a about us. I don't give a goddamn about the people who are just coming and having to say and just angry. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a damn just because you got a bad day and want to say something on social media. It is what it is. I implore you because the numbers is gonna number every time. But I say that to say I'm here to super serve my audience, our audience. You know what I'm saying? So thank you for tuning in. I appreciate y'all so much. You have no idea. And we're just trying to live the dream, man. Trying to live the dream. But enough of that shit. One other thing, a new series is about to pop off very soon on My Masters Media. We're making a lot of changes. We're buffing some stuff up. We're making fire. We're doing a lot, my nigga. So just hang in there, everybody, and make sure you are watching the media channels because the new series I have and just the imaging for the new series I have is so dope. I think it's gonna be another one of those things that is gonna reap hella benefits once I get to do it consistently and all of that jazz. But make sure you check out that. Also, there's another social media channel that I need y'all to with. It is My Master's Pride. On My Master's Pride, I'm slowly rolling that out. Y'all. If you follow it now, you get to see me add a bunch of new shit. But slowly rolling that out on My Master's Pride. This is the quickest way to get into contact with the Mind Masters team if you want us to produce something for you. That is where I will be taking orders and like that. Also, it'll be a hub to where I'm putting on the behind the scenes stuff and, me editing and just like this, where I just want to cut on the microphone and just give people that's actually doing this that we're doing, creating content, just like the nigga we see you, like try and build a community out here. And also that page inevitably is going to be the place where I introduce my online. So eventually, and I've been working on it, deciding what I'm going to do with it. I haven't pulled the trigger on a lot of yet about it, but it is something that's going to happen. When the online or how to make your own podcast from scratch comes out, it will be linked in My Master's Pride. So it'll be more updates when that shit is closer. But yeah, my nigga, that's what it is. All right, so let's spin the wheel and get the out of here. You feel me, slime? Hold on. Full screen that biatch. Love y'all, man. Pitch a movie about your last 7 days and 15 seconds. That is nigga, I don't know. What the fuck I doing? 7 days. I'm failing. Yeah, I'm not gonna do that one. I'm sorry. Actually, I'm gonna take that one out too. That was Would you rather accidentally go viral on church TikTok or get ratioed by your favorite rapper? Who the fuck made these? Who is ratioed, man? What the fuck is ratioed mean? Man, don't ever forget I'm a nigga. Oh, okay. What's the weirdest way you tried to impress someone? Oh God, am I gonna tell this story? This probably be the easiest time I can tell this story. And I know it, and it came directly to my mind. All right, fuck me. All right, okay. So let's tell it. We're podding. All right. So check me out. Weirdest way that I've ever tried to impress someone. It would have to be when so it was this girl, right, that I have a crush on back in the day. Let me just go ahead and say that back in the day, very much so back in the day, because I don't want to hear, y'all know if Bria was here, she'd be grilling my ass right now. So, no, back in the day, talking high school and beforehand, had a crush on this girl, had a crush on her for a long time. And I decided I was going to hit her in the DM, right? You know what I'm saying? That's when it was getting popping in the DM. It still does, with certain people, I guess. But niggas will hit you in the DM more so than walking up to you nowadays, which is sad. That's why I'm that nigga, because I can do both. But anyway, this time I decided to hit her in the DM, and I was like, damn, bro, I bet you a bunch of niggas sliding her DM like this. I need to do something that's going to stand out. Worst decision I ever made in my life. And what I decided, this is the most cornball. What I decided, man, but it came from a good place. What I decided to do was I was going to make her like a poem on some light skin. I can't believe I'm saying this shit. On some light skin shit, right? And I make her the poem or whatever. And I was decent at graphic design. I'm that nigga now, but I was decent at graphic design back then. And I put the poem on like a little digital image, had put like flowers and I just spruced it up, trying to make it some sweet shit, and I DM'd it to her. My nigga, she has never ever said anything about it. And she read it an hour after I sent that and never said shit about it. Never. Through college, through all, like, never said nothing about it, but read that. When I tell you that was the most deflating shit that you can have happen to you, my nigga. Oh, man, I've taken some deadly L's over the year. That by far is one of the worst ones. So yeah, that is the weirdest way I decided I tried to impress him. We're not gonna stick around long on that. We're gonna keep going. I know I'm gonna take a ass whooping in the comments on that one, but yeah. Yeah. You can swap lives with any celebrity for 1 week. Who are you doing? Who are you, and what's the first thing you're doing? Who would I want to be for a week? Who would I want to be for a week? You know, I was gonna say Charlemagne, right? But that nigga gotta wake up at 4:00 in the morning. Fuck that. So, I don't know, man. That's a crazy question. That's a good question. I don't know. Damn, that's a good question. I don't know, man. You can swap. If you can swap lives with any celebrity for 1 week, shit, man. I mean, this question kind of ebbs and flows. I mean, it really just depends on the time of the year for me. I think right now, who I want to be right now is John Cena, nigga. If I had to pick one nigga like right now who I could be to swap lives with, John Cena, because he's getting all the love in the world for being the GOAT, one of the greatest wrestlers of all time, by far, no question. He getting his just due, and I know that feels good. So I say John Cena right now, but nigga, so many. Who do I want to be? I don't know, man. So, like I said, social media makes it tough, man. That makes it tough. Like, they rich or whatever, and they can always turn it off, but it's always some shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I still think I'll probably be Charlemagne. I'd be Charlemagne, and I'd just go off a bunch of people as he always does. But he's more seasoned than people are now. I bet you he don't give a fuck now. So, yeah, I probably either him or like a famous comedian or some shit. Like Cat Williams. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I don't know. We gonna do one more, and then we gonna get to who got. I don't know. Depends on how you go. I don't know. Like, I don't know. What's something you used to think was normal growing up, but realized now was wild? I hate where my mind initially goes. All right, so my dad used to eat raw hot dogs, and I'm not even gonna say, yeah, that's all I'm gonna say. And I thought that was normal growing up, and that nigga, and yeah, nah, that's not normal. That's definitely not normal. If I was to walk up on someone and I saw them eating a hot dog raw, I'm talking about straight out the pack raw, I'd be like, what the fuck? I'd be like, nigga, what? No heat, just straight. Oh, this show, man. What am I doing? Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Uh, niggas gonna be in the comments like, your daddy was eating glizzies? Yeah, oh my God. Nigga, oh man. All right, this is the last one? What's a song that instantly takes you back to a specific person or time? A specific person? Oh my God. I think honestly, if I hear certain, I think honestly, I can never. I'm so scarred when it comes to certain rituals when it comes to songs, that it's certain songs I can never not hear the same. Like, I've heard Dreams and Nightmares by Meek Mill so much just coming through college and just being an adult now that I don't think I could ever just turn that on. Like, you know what I'm saying? But if it's on, I'm not mad. But I don't think I'm ever gonna be like, let's play Dreams and Nightmares. Because nigga, it's from, and I'm Greek and I had to stroll, like, nigga, like, I don't think I can ever just listen to that song again. So yeah, so like that. Dreams and Nightmares, Push It by OT Genesis, Nuck If You Buck, Chopper Style, Wipe Me Down, like that. Like, all of those bring me back to college, and I know, and like being sweaty and basically being prepared to be a big ass flash mob in this bitch. No pun intended. All right, we gonna end on that note, ladies and gentlemen. Like I said, make sure you check out the new that's about to come to the channel. Mind Masters Media, we are up. 2025 has been a great year. I cannot wait to see the YouTube Wrapped and all of the raps. I'm posting, of course, I'm gonna post it for everybody to see, but I cannot wait to see it because that is going to make me cry. Because we organically, my nigga, we have built something over here that I can tell is going to stand the test of time, and we're going to be here when a lot of these other niggas fall off, to be honest. No shot at Rory Mal and nobody in particular, but I'm saying, like, a lot of these niggas don't love what they do. I think I've shown, at least by this point in the year, that I am dedicated to this, and we are dedicated to this, and we're going up, man. We're going up. But until next time, ladies and gentlemen, next episode, Bria will be here. I will drag her here. I'm just playing. I'm not an abuser. But until next time,